Hello friends and welcome. I'm Carrie Nelson. I'm a realtor with West USA Realty. I'm located in the Phoenix area. I do service Phoenix and all of the surrounding areas. I'm also licensed to sell anywhere in the entire state of Arizona. So for all of your Arizona real estates, whether they are near Phoenix or far away from Phoenix, within the vicinity of Arizona, I got you. And if you're not located in Arizona and you're looking for an amazing realtor in your area, please reach out to me. I'm actually focusing on growing my realtor referral network right now. So if you need someone in your area who is amazing, please reach out to me. I'd love to put you in contact with someone in your area. Today, I am here to talk to you about 5 tips for first-time home buyers. So there are different realtors out there. There are generally buyers and sellers agents, and that basically means you either have more listings or you work more with buyers. So I primarily work with military and law enforcement clients and first-time home buyers. I absolutely love working with first-time home buyers because I feel like they have the best questions. And I feel like I grow so much more from working with first-time home buyers by considering things I may have not learned in my years in real estate. I currently have 3 first-time home buyers that I'm working with to purchase within the next 6 months or so. So I really wanted to make a video for them in particular, and then anyone else who's a first-time home buyer, so it's an easy resource for you. I think it's important to just kind of know some things ahead of time before going in, because I like to try and make sure there aren't any surprises. Obviously, I can't account for everything, but I like to make sure there are as few surprises as possible, and that's why I wanted to make this video. So this video is focusing on first-time home buyers, but it's also great if you are looking to buy and you've already bought before. You just may be considering some things here that you didn't know about before, or you may learn something new. Tip number 1 is working with a realtor who actually specializes in first-time home buyers. Finding a realtor who specializes in first-time home buyers is crucial, and making sure that that realtor is partnered with someone who will take the time to go over all of your options for mortgages, down payment assistance programs, VA loans, FHA loans, conventional loans. I'm not trying to flex here, but I do primarily work with first-time home buyers, and I do partner with an amazing lender who will take the time to sit down with you, figure out where you want your payments to be, and find the best option for you. There is no one size fits all for everybody. Tip number 2 is having your realtor refer you to a mortgage loan officer. The reason I suggest doing this at the beginning is because you might qualify for a lot more house than you're thinking in your head. You might qualify for less. You might get a better interest rate than you thought you were going to get. You might be able to qualify for down payment assistance programs and put no money down. You may be interested in putting more money down. So this gives you a really good baseline before you even start house hunting, to know exactly where you stand, how much money you need to save or don't need to save. And as a bonus, most loan officers are going to work with you to improve your credit score. If that's something that you're interested in doing to get a slightly better interest rate, they're going to work with you personally to improve your credit. So that's why I think it is so important to talk to a loan officer at the beginning before you even start looking at houses. You know exactly where you stand. There is no guesswork. So when you're ready and everything is squared away and perfect, you can get your house, because right now we're still looking at really low inventory. Having your pre-qualification or pre-approval in place already when you submit your offer speaks very loudly, as opposed to someone who isn't even pre-qualified. Sometimes I feel like people think I'm just passing them off when we first start. I do like to find out what you're looking for and get a good idea, and I do have you meet with a loan officer right in the beginning, because I want to make sure you know exactly where you're at and there is no confusion along the way. I feel like laying that groundwork in the very beginning is super, super important. Tip number 3 is deciding what's necessary in a house, what would be nice, and what your budget is. Do you want a pool? Do you want a community with amenities? Do you want a community pool? Do you want a place that has basketball courts, more parks? Maybe you don't care about that. Maybe you're looking for a place with no HOA. Whatever you're looking for, your realtor can help you pinpoint areas that match your criteria based on whatever your budget is. I will keep you in check. If you personally decide you want to go above your budget or you want to go far below it, whatever it is, I respect the budget. So I have this listed as tip number 3, but I feel like it's equally important as choosing the right buyer's agent and meeting with a loan officer. So I do have it as tip number 3, but those 3 things are my top tips, because I feel like those are the most important, hands down. Tip number 4, pause any new credit activity and don't make any major life changes. true story, the house that my husband and I live in was actually a spec home that somebody else built. We bought this house brand new, but somebody else built it. And they lost it because while they were in escrow, they decided to purchase an $80,000 Mercedes-Benz, and so they lost this freaking house. I know everybody gets excited about buying new appliances, buying new furniture, buying new stuff for the house, but please consult with your loan officer first before you make any of those kind of purchases. I remember I literally called and asked if it would make a difference if we bought our refrigerator when we had purchased it. We were in the clear, but it may make or break you if you purchase something that is $2,000 or $3,000 worth of furniture. Another thing that I strongly advise against is changing jobs while you're in escrow. A mortgage underwriter doesn't want to see that you're switching around jobs because that makes it look like you're not a stable person to loan money to. So keep your job, keep your job, keep your job. If you're thinking about switching jobs, wait till after you close on your house. Mortgage underwriters can actually verify your employment and income up to a day after closing. So to make sure that you're not screwing any of that up, just stay with your job and don't make any major purchases while you are in escrow. Tip number 5, buy your house for tomorrow, not for today. So what I mean by that is we are in a very different real estate market as opposed to where we were a year, even 2 years ago. This is within reason, obviously, but if you are not planning to stay in your house for at least the next 5 years, it may not be in your best interest to buy. It's a smarter decision right now to make sure that you're staying in your house for at least 5 years so you are able to gain some equity. You obviously avoid paying capital gains that way as long as you're physically living in the house for at least 2 of those 5 years. I have another video on that. I'm not going to go off on that tangent. But making sure you buy your house for tomorrow, not today. So I'm going to use Matt and I as an example. The house that we're in, we bought right after we got married in 2014. We bought this house and it was literally like almost double the size of the house that we were in, but we knew that we were going to have kids. And so now that we have kids, we made sure that we had enough extra bedrooms. We had a bonus room upstairs that someday will be a teen room. And we also have a casita attached that we thought would make a great home office or just a place for our family and friends to stay. We bought our house making sure that we would have enough room for our growing family. And now, since we built a pool, we're obviously just gonna stay in this house forever. So on the flip side, if your kids are going off to college or moving out and you're looking to downsize, then making sure that you're buying a house with less square footage, or if you're planning on having more kids or another kid or more pets and you need more room, whatever you're looking for, just make sure that you're considering that when you're buying. So you can see at least 5 years out and have a 5-year plan so you're not outgrowing your house too quickly. And that way you are getting the most bang for your buck and getting the most equity out of your house. That's all I have for you today, guys. I know I mentioned earlier that the majority of my clients are military and law enforcement, so I did want to throw in a little reminder that I do offer special rates for all military, law enforcement, whether that's local or federal, and all first responders. So if you fall into any of those categories, please reach out to me and we can chat about what those special rates are. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this video brought you so much value and answered some questions for you, whether you're a first-time home buyer or you've bought many homes before. I hope you took something away from this video. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your feedback and all of your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whatever day it is, whatever time it is, I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing week and weekend. I'm sending you all the good vibes always. I realize now that in my interest rate video, I forgot to do finger guns, and I'm pretty disappointed in myself actually because I'm not gonna go back and just add in finger guns, but I'm going to make up for it right now. Sideways. Okay, it's stupid, but it's my thing. Sorry, not sorry. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys here next week.